Konnichiwa, and welcome to the 157th podcast of the NC Rowan County Anime Group. My name is Robert Cloud. I'm the co-president of this club. Today I'm going to cover a little bit of my past and also to do two anime reviews. Now let me go about my past first. I had the pleasure of meeting two wonderful people in fandom, and I'm going to tell you their names. One was Jeanette Maddox, who was Admiral of Starfleet at one time, and also to the former captain of the USS Bonaventure, which is a Star Trek club up in Greensboro, Sue Hampton. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Jeanette. A long time ago, back in the 1980s, I was running a Doctor Who fan club called the Lost Colony TARDIS. Well, we were running this video room at Chirstmas Con 2, which was in Raleigh, North Carolina, and it was the first time Mark Leonard had made his first North Carolina appearance. Jeanette was wonderful. She came into our video room, and me and another friend were sitting down. We were talking to her, and this is the 1980s now, and the internet was just barely starting up. So Jeanette was telling us the importance of a newsletter. Now she told me and my friend that the newsletter is the blood of your group. It's the one that keeps your members connected and to events and everything that's going on in fandom. And at the time she was right. There's no argument about it. Newsletters were very important during that time. Jeanette was a very wonderful person. I remember at one Christmas party she went up and she gave me a friendly hug and said, "Great to see you." She always made me feel welcome. Now, for the other person, Sue Hampton, Sue taught me how to take one small resource and stretch it out. Now, at the Bonaventure meetings, they had usually about 15 to 20 people show up at each meeting, and Sue always liked to keep her members fed. So what Sue would do, she would get a bag of popcorn, she'd pop it up, and she would bring popcorn and feed her members and stuff. They'd have sodas and discuss stuff about Star Trek and what was going on in fandom. But Sue taught me that with just one little small resource, just with popcorn, that you can feed people and they wouldn't end up being hungry and stuff. I went and I told Mom about it when my mother was alive, and Mom said, "That's a nice idea." So when there was times when the church would have these events and where we had 30 children, Mom would bake a big bag of popcorn, take it down there, and feed the kids. This might not be the best way to feed a youngster, but at least keep them full enough till time for them to eat supper. Now let me go on to some video reviews. This video is called "The Vision of EscraFlowne," and this was put out by Bandai. Now the nice little thing is the Rowan Public Library does have a copy of EscraFlowne in a box set along with the movie EscraFlowne. Now the series is called "The Visions of EscraFlowne," and the movie is called EscraFlowne the Movie. I love the story, and Yoko Kanno did a very good job of the music score, and also too the animation is nice. If you like a trip like going over the rainbow, you'll love EscraFlowne. Now for my next series, this is called Iczelion, and this was put out by 80 Films a long time ago. Now 80 Films has become Station 23, and if I was a teacher trying to rate this movie, I'd have to say it's a C. Now the animation is beautiful. The story is a bit weak, and that's where it hurts, really, I think, as far as the overall story. And also, too, there is nudity in this anime that I felt like really wasn't necessary in order to tell the story. It was just in there for a fan service, I believe, and it really didn't help it at all. But if you have a different opinion about Iczelion, I'd be more than willing to listen to you if you got something that you say, "Well, Robert, you're being very harsh about this. You didn't really put into it." The music score is very nice, but it just doesn't have an appeal to me for some reason. I am trying to find out about another animated series, and I hope to get a chance to watch it sometime soon, and that's called The Big Wars. Well, our next meeting is going to be our grand finale for this year. It is our Christmas party, which will be held on December 4th. We'll be meeting in front of the Books A Million at 4 o'clock. At 4:35, we're going over to Co-President Tim Will's home to have our Christmas party. If you're coming, please email me at rcaartist24@yahoo.com. Okay, and then in the beginning of January the 7th through the 9th is Ichiban Con. Tom Horvit's going to be there, and I'm going to be doing panels and stuff. If you feel like asking me questions, please do. If you see me in the hallways, feel free to ask me questions. I'm glad to hear from anybody. Also, to club presidents, if you're coming, please bring flyers. I'd like to know what your club's been up to. January the 15th, we'll be meeting again in front of the Books A Million at 5 o'clock. At 5:30, we're going over to a person's home to watch The Melody of Oblivion. And Johnny Young Bosch and Wendy Thomas do voice work in that animated series that was put out by Iczelion. February the 4th through the 6th is What the Hell Con in Guilford College in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I hope to see you there, and I hope to have a wonderful time with all of you. February the 19th will be our next meeting, which we're going to be showing Gantz. That's a very mature anime, not for little kids to be watching. Well, this is it for now, and I wish you a very good day. Goodbye.